We got Brandon Royval back here on the program. He's going to be fighting for the vacant LFA flyweight title coming up here this Friday at LFA 53. He's going to be taking on Casey Kenney. Brandon, what's going on, man? How are you?
Good, and yourself?
I'm doing well, but not as good as you, though, man. What an opportunity this is, and congrats on getting this title shot. When did you find out that Michael Perez was out of the fight and you're going to be competing against Casey Kenney?
I think I found out on Tuesday, and I got the contract on Wednesday. So like 3 days ago.
And sorry, I should clarify, this isn't a vacant title. Michael's still the champ. This is an interim title, correct?
Yeah, interim.
That's still nice to get that hardware. Did you feel like an opportunity like this was coming after your last fight?
Yeah, actually, they told me that pretty much my whole interview when I was fighting that last fight was about like how do I match with Michael Perez. And then when I saw that Casey Kenney got it, I was a little heartbroken about it, but at the same time, he's worked his way up. He was the highest ranked, so I understood. Yeah, so I understood that was probably going to happen too.
And I'm sure you were staying ready anyways because of the fact there's this Denver card for the UFC. Like you were in camp and still putting in the work. Like this isn't like they were pulling you off the couch or anything.
Oh, 100%. Actually, I kind of like, I'm not trying to say I have magic or anything, but I went on a run and I went back to I go on a run by like my parents' house, and I came back and I told my dad, I was like, I got to stay ready because like there's a chance that someone's going to get hurt for that LFA fight. There's a chance that someone's going to fall out of that Denver card, and nobody wants to fight in Denver. Like, so I was like, there's opportunities all around. And like 2 days later, I get that text message of Mike Kyle's out. Do you want to fight for that interim title? And I was like, yeah, of course. So that felt like I made it happen.
And how much does it help too that you had your teammate Sid Bice already compete for a title? Like he's gone the 5 rounds before. Did he sort of give you any advice heading into this fight?
It's only been a couple of days, so he just found out about it too. But he's helped me out just for prepping specifically for Casey Kenney, and I have the guy that actually beat Michael Perez, Adam Martinez. They've been drilling with me constantly, just to get me ready for this Casey Kenney fight specifically. So having them is just always a blessing anyway. So and nothing specific about the title fight makes them better, like made the situation better, but having them in my corner always just makes me a better fighter, and just having the best little guys in town at all times at Factory X.
How do you feel like you match up against Kenny in this fight?
Oh, I think me and him have the same exact style. I think I'm a little more deadlier everywhere than he is, and I love the matchup, man. I like his style a lot, and a little bit of a fan of his, and I'm gonna make him a fan of mine, man. I'm just gonna put it on him.
How much of a boost was it last week seeing Anthony Smith and Court McGee get those big wins on the Moncton card, and your fight, of course, is just coming up here on the 10th. Ninth, I should say, ninth.
Being for a Factory X fighter, man, is just like it's constant excitement lately, man. Everywhere I go, I just have a little bit of like, oh wow, Chris just like steamrolled the top, like Chris Gutierrez just steamrolled the top, a top opponent, and like Anthony Smith's number 2 ranked light heavyweight, and it just like Court McGee's killing it. Steven Sauer's about to win $1 million. Like everywhere I go, man, just the excitement in the room, the talent in the room is just like. It's crazy in there, man. Every day, just it makes you excited to get in there and do your thing,
And I'm sure you've been putting in a lot of work as well because you have so many teammates actually fighting on that Denver card. So, I'm sure that's helped heading into this fight as well. It's not like guys are just stagnant and they don't have anything booked.
Yeah, that's exactly. And like I said, every week I feel bad for Mark because he's out of town. And over here, he's flying to this state, flying to this state. So everywhere we go, we have someone fighting on some card in a different town. I have one of my main training partners, flyweights, fighting tonight, George Martinez, who's going to kill it. So, and I got to thank him a lot for that camp too, this camp too. So, or whatever, if you consider this a camp.
Who else have you been working with training partners wise? Because I know it's a big gym, but is there anyone in particular you're working with a little bit more?
Specifically for just this last like couple of days, this is Adam Martinez, is a southpaw. And like I said, he has just a super talented guy, and just he's willing to just come step out and just put in that little extra work and just like help me drill what I need to drill for this fight specifically. We have a couple of like game plan things that he's been helping me work on, and mainly just Adam Martinez and Sid Bice for right now. A lot of other guys just got done with their fights, are getting ready for their own kind of thing. So.
And you talked about staying ready. Does that include the weight cut? How are things looking heading into Friday?
Yeah, no, the weight cut is gonna be like not the funnest, but I was pretty low. And like I said, when I came back and like I said, I feel like I made this kind of happen. Is I was low on weight. I'm doing like I was in the 30s right right when I told that to my dad, I was like, yeah, this is gonna, like, something's gonna happen, like, within the next few weeks, like, that someone could fall out. I just have to be ready at all times, you know? Sure enough, the next 2 days. So, like I said, the weight cut's not going to be the funnest, but it never is. So,
Now you mentioned with so many things going on, who's going to be in your corner for this fight? Because like you know, Mark's probably going to be at the Denver card. Like how does that all sort of work out?
I actually put that in my like negotiations. I was like, I have tickets to the Denver card. I need that first flight out of Phoenix the next morning, you know. But James Krause will be in my corner, and then I have Jordan Totoni coming out with me, and then I think Mark's gonna make it. He's coming out Friday, and I think he's leaving Friday night or Friday morning on the same flight as me. So we're all gonna make it to that Denver card.
When people think of James Krause, they think of, you know, his body of work in the UFC. But I hear from so many people he is such a good coach. You know, how good is it to have him in your corner for this fight?
Oh, you know what? And like Jordan Totoni and James Krause, just like it's nice to have someone that not only that you know is like super good and super talented, but like someone that you believe in. You know, I believe in his skills. I believe in like the assets that he brings. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's a striker. He's knocking people out. He's great everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So just having someone that you believe in that corner is always great. It's you're never gonna feel like anything they give you is gonna be bad. You know.
How do you see this fight playing out on Friday?
I feel like this is a great, like, as far as like the LFA, I've been RFA, LFA, I follow all the flyweights, all the flyweight champions, all that stuff. As far as this goes, this is going to be the most exciting flyweight championship match in a while. Because I'm not a one trick pony like Michael Perez, and like, I'm not going to just look to wrestle him. He's not looking to wrestle me. We're just going to try to bang it out. It goes to the ground. He's trying to submit me. I'm trying to submit him. So I don't necessarily see it going any specific way, but I know it's going to be a crazy fight. I know the fans are in for a treat on this one for sure.
Do you think there's a possibility if you win this title that you could potentially go to the UFC after this and not even have to fight Michael? Because again, you have a really exciting style and you've got good management too. That really helps too.
Yeah, always. Yeah, Jim Walter is a great manager. I couldn't appreciate anything or him anymore. Man, I don't know. I think whatever happens, I know there's eyes on Casey Kenney, and I know there should be eyes on me. I'm an exciting fighter. Um, I'm not necessarily excited about the Michael Perez fight if that comes. I think he's boring. I'm not a big fan of his at all. But I don't know what's going on with the UFC division, man.
That's
The
true with
flyweight
DJ
division.
getting traded. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's like a good idea. I don't know like if I should be calling for ONE FC or for UFC. But like I said, man, I don't see why not. I don't see why if I put a finish on this guy, I put a clinic on him, I put a highlight reel on this guy. I don't see why UFC I wouldn't be on the top rank right there. As far as like the flyweights go, usually LFA flyweights kind of get called up. I think this is one of the more talented fights that are going to go on right here.
Last question before I let you go. We got to talk a little recovery. I know you've been using some of the Terphouse stuff. What's sort of healing up those bumps and bruises right now during training camp?
Yeah, straight up. I had a little bit of a lot of bumps and bruises after my last fight. I hurt my shin, hurt my elbow. Mainly like aggressive kind of like injuries, but yeah, that Terphouse lotion, that's Terphouse oil, man. Putting that on my skin, my wrist, all that stuff, man, it's helped a lot. So Terphouse has been helping me a lot with all that recovery. I don't really take any other medicine or anything, so it's what does the trick.
And this is going to be a fantastic fight. I can't wait. LFA 53 this Friday, live on Access TV. Brandon, again, congratulations on the opportunity. I can't wait to watch this one. Just remind people where they can find you on social media. And if you have any sponsors or shout outs, the floor is yours.
Brandon Royval everywhere. I think, yeah, just Brandon Royval, social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. Hypnotic, I got my Hypnotic shirt on. I don't know if I can't see my screen, but my Hypnotic and then Terphouse, man, is the only sponsors I really have that are helping me out really for this one. So I appreciate it, man. Appreciate all you do.